So earlier this week, I was talking with a small group of people who were looking to separate themselves from others like them in their industry. But these people were a little bit different. They were all in heavily regulated industries. I'm talking industries like insurance, mortgages, real estate, banking, financial services. They all have one thing in common. They all are in these industries that are regulated as to what they can and cannot say on social media. Things that they can and cannot do. Things that can be printed up on their card and things that cannot be printed up on their card. So naturally, these people feel a little hamstrung because how are they actually going to separate themselves from all the other hundreds of thousands of people in their industry that they're essentially competing against? Well, the answer for me, or them, came from a conversation I had with a person in the real estate industry. I met this person at a different meeting, and he handed me his card, and he was affiliated with a very well-known national real estate company. But when I looked at his business card, it didn't have any of the colors that are associated with that brand. His colors were completely different. In fact, he even had his own logo on the card. But when I flipped the card over, I saw the nationally recognized logo. So naturally, I had to ask him, how on earth did you get away with this? He knows just as well as I do that normally there's a lot of stuff you can't get away with when you fly under one of these big corporate umbrellas. But he was smart about it. He went and he found out exactly what he could do and what he could not do. But he maximized the things that they were gonna allow him to change. So when I went to speak with this small group of people from these different industries, I had a lot of thoughts about what they could do. But I also had one overlying thought that they should definitely do. The one thing to be different from everybody else in those industries is a lot of those people will simply play by the rules that they're given. They never even find out what they can't do and what they can do. They just submit to the rules that are given as they are stated. What a big mistake. But for my new friends, what a great area of opportunity for them to do the things that they can do to separate themselves. Because frankly, the lazy approach says that you just simply conform. But if you want to succeed, the lazy approach will not work. So the opportunity is in the little things that they won't do that you can do. So I gave them a list of small things they could do. They're almost so dumb because they're so small, but they're brilliant because so few people will actually implement them. Things like custom name badge for events, signature tagline, a different hairstyle that doesn't look like everybody else, your clothing and accessories, your eyeglasses, the shirts you wear, the pants you wear, maybe it's the ring you wear or a watch you have. You can look to color to be a great differentiator. Pick a certain color that most people will not use and make it your signature color. The words you use and do not use. The way you answer your phone. Your voicemail greeting. The pen you write with. You can take all of these things and by themselves, each individual thing is not particularly strong or gonna set you apart. But when you start to take a bunch of these things and implement them in a consistent fashion where they specifically represent you and your personality and your style, they will be a culmination of a branding start and a branding powerhouse for you to be able to separate yourself in a heavily regulated industry.